Welcome you back to BLACKSITE tonight. We're going to talk about Candace Owens receiving backlash over Israel and President Trump. First, I would like for you to subscribe to this channel, hit that like button, hit that notification button, but also comment on this video. Candace Owens is receiving huge backlash, not only from the MAGA movement and Republicans, but for Democrats. She, her stance on Israel and President Trump has put her on the outside of most conservative MAGA movement Republicans in this country. Candace Owens supported President Trump in 2024. Also Tucker Carlson, Margaret Taylor Greene, all of these people supported President Trump because they thought that he wouldn't get us into any foreign wars. But she has been speaking out, especially against Israel. Remember, she was fired from the Daily Wire run by Ben Shapiro because she was against Israel's war against Hamas and Hezbollah in West Bank. But now she has taken her wrath to President Trump because he's supporting, and plus he bombed Iran, took out their nuclear facilities in that country, and she was totally against these wars. And she doesn't understand why the United States always follows Israel into these meaningless wars in the Middle East. And she believes that Israel actually runs America. That Bibi Netanyahu tells every American president what they can do and who they will support. And it seems like he gets whatever he wants from the United States government. But we have always known this with Israel. Israel gets $3 billion a year. The country is the size of Rhode Island or Delaware. They receive the finest military equipment in the world, the Iron Dome, any kind of weapons that they want. So we are basically connected to this country because of the Jewish community and possibly what happened in the Holocaust. But Candace Owens feels if we're truly American first, that we won't get into these foreign Middle East wars. We've been into 4 wars in the Middle East in the past quarter century, and we have received nothing out of it from dead truth, wasting trillions of dollars, and nothing for the American people. Can you imagine those $1 trillion being reinvested in the American people for jobs, technology, and healthcare? How much better off America would be? So the backlash that she's receiving from the MAGA movement, Republicans, conservatives, and Democrats are telling her, we told you so. You knew what President Trump was. He was president in 2016. Remember, he killed Soleimani in 2019 in Iran. And plus, you knew as soon as Bibi went on a warpath after October 7th that all roads was leading to Tehran, Iran, in that war. So we should not be surprised about what President Trump did in dropping the bunker busters on the Iran nuclear facilities. I saw that Tucker Carlson was talking about he'll destroy Trump, and you had her talking that she was embarrassed that she even supported President Trump. So you got the MAGA movement going after her, some conservatives calling her a traitor. But if this is what she truly believes, we should support her. If this is what liberals and other people believe, that Israel is a black hole for America, that they're going to lead us into a war that we will eventually regret. I'm glad there's a ceasefire, but we don't know how long that ceasefire is going to last? Because within 5 seconds, we could be back to another war in the Middle East, part 2, part 3, part 4. And this is what Candace Owens was saying. If Israel's going to start a war, let them finish it. Let's not stick our nose into it. But even if they start a war, Iran is going to say they are our proxy, just like Russia is Iran's proxy. And they're going to blame America. And we might start receiving threats here in this country like we were receiving threats. You know, the FBI was on high alert because of the bombs that dropped in Iran. Yes, we have a so-called ceasefire, but how long is that going to last? So Candace Owens has been on this kick for a couple of years. And she lost her job before, and now she started her own platform. I believe that she is starting to get her own voice. She's starting to say, this is what I believe, not what Daily Wire believes, not what MAGA believes, not what the conservatives believe. And she's coming into her own. And we don't know if Republicans will ever trust her. We know that Democrats in the black community will never trust her. So she's basically out on an island right now by herself, which is good because basically she can make money for herself and she can express her opinions. That's what social media is all about, expressing your opinions and not be fearful of the consequences that you may get. And she's getting a lot of disagreement about what she has been saying, especially on Israel. She was on Piers Morgan and he was trying to take her to task. But she has strong beliefs on Israel, that they are not the country that we should be investing our time, our military, and our money on at this particular time when America is basically struggling. That's what she's saying. And plenty of Americans actually agree with what she's saying. So she has a great point of view right now, and she should be respected for what she has been saying and speaking out loudly, clearly. And she has her points. She's highly educated, well spoken. Nobody can disagree about that. But right now, the backlash is deep, but she can take those shots and still be standing because she's taking a whole bunch of it. And you know that Israel, Mossad, and everybody's going to be coming after her. So I hope she's got her ducks all lined up. Hope she's got all her personal business is clean and everything else because they will take you out. Financially, socially. So I hope Candace Owens is on top of her game. I would love to hear your comments in the comment section. I want to thank you for listening to BLACKSITE. Hope you subscribe to this channel. Smash that like button, but also share this video.